Hello and welcome to the See Me See You channel. My name is Quinn Donovan. I hope you're having an amazing day today. I wanted to come on and give you this video to give you a little more detail about the services that I'm offering. I'm sure people are curious as what these services are, and I would just really love to give you a little bit more detail of what they are and why it could be an optimal thing for you to make a choice to do. So I am offering multidimensional body scans, Akashic records, and access bars sessions. So first I want to tell you a little bit about what the multidimensional body scans are. This is a process or an experience that you and I will both go through. It is where we will connect heart to heart, mind to mind, and soul to soul. I will establish a sacred infinity healing chamber where we will be between the worlds, and we will be able to open ourselves up and receive what is most optimal from us. And that would be coming from our higher self, our intuition. We will call in guides. I will call in the guides, ancestors, any of our spiritual network who are optimal for us at that time. And we will just go into this space ready, willing, and open and receptive to seeing what is optimal for us to receive today. And so with this experience, you, if there's certain things that you are going through in your life, or you're feeling stuck, or you can't get your energy balanced, or you're just having some challenging times and you're not sure how to move through it or get through it or what to do, this is an experience that you can have where you can get some of those answers. You can get guidance for what your next steps are, or find some more reasoning, or get clarity on what's really going on within you, within your energy. A lot of this is happening in our chakras. So understanding our chakras and also being able to open them and clear them and be able to receive the messages that we need to get those balanced and cleared so that we could live in alignment with our soul, with our blueprint, with our divine plan. So these multidimensional body scans will help give you clarity. It will help gain access to your spiritual network. You already have access to them. They are there waiting and willing for you to ask them for help. They are already there waiting for you. So this is a space where we can come in together, get to know your guides, and be able to receive any messages you need to know at the optimal time right now. So that is what a body scan is, and you really leave there feeling like you have some clarity, like you're like, okay, that makes sense. I understand why these events have happened or why I've been feeling this way. That will be, you'll be able to get some of those questions answered. So of course, when you come to these sessions, you do want to have at least one question that you would like to ask or get more guidance on when coming in. Or you can just be like, I don't really have anything. I just want to know what's most optimal for me today. So you don't necessarily need to have something that you're going through that you need clarity on, but it is always a good thing to come in maybe with something that you do want a little more clarity. But a lot of times for myself, I will just ask for what's most optimal for me today. I don't necessarily have any issues or any challenges or anything that I'm working through. I'll just ask for whatever messages they want to receive to me, and then I'll take that information and then accept it and make sense of it and find the clarity and understand why I needed that message. And so that's kind of then what will move into Akashic Records readings, we would initially start with a multidimensional body scan, and then we would move into your Akashic Records. So what are your Akashic Records? Well, this is like the temple of your existence. This is the library of your existence. Everything that your soul has ever lived is recorded in this temple. It's like the pinnacle of the pyramid. It is it is where all of your lives, every life that you've ever lived, whatever soul, whatever form you were in, like the whole existence of you lives in these Akashic Records. And every life that you're living, a record is created. Every day that you're living, a record is being created. So you are able to access or get access through someone else to get answers to some of your questions that you have about your life, or what your special gifts and talents are, or maybe you've lived some other lives and some of those things are being shown to you and you're out living in this life, and you have a sense that you've lived another life before, you've done this particular job or had this particular skill in another lifetime. So it's all connected one way or another, no matter how many lives you've lived. This is where those records are housed, and you are able to go there, and you have Akashic Record guides who are there to guide you to the information of what's most optimal to you. When I learned about the Akashic Records, like, I was thinking I just had the things that I was raised with in this lifetime that I needed to learn from or grow from, or end the contracts and agreements and everything like that. But once I found out that I'd lived other lives, I was not only thinking I had this life, but it was like I had other lives to deal with too that are coming, that maybe I didn't learn lessons in those previous lives or those previous forms, and now it's being shown to me here. Like, I've made a point in this life to learn those lessons, or to use those gifts from some of the other lives that I've lived. And one of them is being a healer. Like, I've been a healer in multiple lives. I've been a Native American or an Indian, where I was the alchemist, I was the witch doctor, I was the healer. So that's coming out in this lifetime, which, is as I'm stepping more and opening more to myself and accessing my records and learning about my existence. It's just so fascinating and so curious to me, because I just want to know. I want to know where I came from. I want to know what I've lived. And so accessing the Akashic Records is the place to do that. And you can do it too. You're able to access your own Akashic Records. A lot of times we're accessing that in our dreams. We're going to the Akashic Records in our dreams. So it's like we're already accessing it. But you can go there with specific questions. You can go there looking for specific answers to what you're going through, or who you're becoming, or who you want to be, or who you were before, or what you've done before. So that is what Akashic Records would be. And you would want to get one, because if you're curious like me, you'd want to know what your past lives were. You'd want to know who your angels and guides are, and who your Akashic guides are. We have guides, guardians, and guards that are guarding things, that are guarding us, that are protecting us, that are constantly guiding us every single day, regardless if we're aware of it or not. They are working in the background, as well as the universe. So this is where you can access your existence, of all existence that you've ever had, any lives that you've ever lived. So you would get one of those because you'd want to learn more about you and what you can bring out into this life. And a lot of belief systems live there, and a lot of traumas live. They don't really trauma. I mean, it's recorded there. It's the library. Okay. So anything that you ever gone through in your life or other past times live in this library of existence. Okay. Now, the access bars, I'll move into that. I do want to read a little something from my manual that I got when I became a practitioner of access bars. It was something that I was really curious about, and I'm just always looking for different ways to access my energy, to eliminate beliefs that I no longer need or are no longer serving me. I really just want to press a delete button and have them deleted. And that's exactly what running the bars is like. It's like activating like a computer virus and going and completely deleting it without it coming back ever again. So I want to just read to you what it says in the manual, because I feel like they've put it so perfect, and I tried to reiterate it to you. It was a little bit of a lot to say, so I just want to come and read this to you, because this will give you the information that you need to know or understand why maybe you would want to get your bars run. Okay, so access bars is a tool that facilitates different ways of functioning on the planet. For a very long time, human beings have functioned from the density of their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This is what people have identified with. This is what people have made valuable. So the more that you get your bars run, the more you begin to perceive how much effort it takes to actually function from thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You also start to perceive the possibility of functioning from receiving and are perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving. For most people, getting their bars run is the first time they can actually allow themselves to receive without obligation and consideration. Now, the universe is continuously gifting us every day, all day, every day. We determine what we will receive based on our willingness to be. So when we are functioning from thoughts, feelings, and emotions, we are not being. We are determining, deciding, judging, and concluding what we can receive and how we can receive. Now, our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are how we polarize oneness, create separation, and cut off receiving. Now, receiving is one of our greatest capacities and one of the things we refuse more dynamically than almost anything else. Now, getting your bars run begins to dissipate the electrical charge of polarity as is stored in your brain. It's like I said, activating a computer virus of consciousness that begins to unravel where you are functioning from autopilot instead of awareness, refusal instead of receiving. Now, there are, the bars are 23 points on your head. And this is where you've stored the thoughts, the ideas, the beliefs, the considerations, the emotions, the attitudes, and the thoughts that were important in any lifetime. So like I said, in our Akashic Records time, in the lifetimes that we've lived in that are recorded there, all of these are housed in these 32 points. Now, when you run your bars, it's like hitting the delete button on the computer. Like I said, like when you run your bars, it's like hitting the deleted button and it's deleting. So basically, the bars are like the hard drive of your computer. It's literally the stuff you've stored lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So every incarnation that you're coming into with your life and your soul, that these beliefs and the attitudes and the considerations and all those emotions are all stored in there because they're in these 32 points, and it's energy. So we're all made of energy. So everything has an electrical charge. So these charges are being stored there lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. It doesn't matter how many lives you lived. Like I said, some of the things that you are experiencing in this lifetime could have been from past lives. And that's where they are being stored, is in those 32 points, the access bars, the bars, their energy grids that run throughout our head. And so now what this does is it deletes the files, and so that those things are no longer in your file and they don't just automatically come up. Like, they're not just going to automatically come back. Like, you don't just press delete and then it comes back. Like, no, like, you completely delete them. Like, you completely remove the charge so that that energy is no longer there. Now, the brain waves actually slow down when you get your bars run, allowing behavioral patterns, belief systems, points of views that you've been carrying from childhood or from other lifetimes to be accessed. You actually start to become more present in your life, and the past doesn't project into your future the same way. Now, getting your bars run is literally like changing the possibilities of future possibilities, or probabilities. So it's changing the probability for future possibilities. And then every time you get your bars run, from someone else, so someone else does it. You can do it with yourself. You can run your own bars, but it's really great to give and receive with another person, because when all the considerations that they are willing to let go of at the same time, you are also letting go if you have the same similar considerations. So those are being released within you too, so you both are letting go of those things that are similar. So if you both have some similar money beliefs or similar relationship beliefs or similar beliefs about yourself or your creativity of any kind, those will be deleted. Those will be removed from both of you as you're giving and as you're receiving. So the bars are about the body learning to receive. True receiving is when the body is allowed to have choice about what you hold on to. It is where you are willing to unlock this stuff that forces the body to agree with what you've talked about. True receiving is allowing your body to create other choices and other possibilities. It is the willingness and the ability of the body to choose what it wants as a viewpoint. Okay, so bars can be used to facilitate change in all areas of your life. When you are willing to function from more consciousness, right, more awareness and consciousness, you begin to open the doors to healing. And isn't that what we all want? Isn't that what we want, is all healing and peace and healing? Like, we don't want to be living our traumas anymore. We don't want to be living these limiting beliefs anymore. I know I don't. So this is why I get my bars run, and this is why I give receive. I mean, this is why I receive my bars getting read, and this is why I give bar sessions, because I know that you want healing. I know that you want to feel at peace. I know you want to just be and forget about all the other stuff. So you really got to start somewhere to get that, to feel that, to get to that place. It's not going to happen overnight, because if you think about it, however many lives you lived, you can go into the Akashic records, see how many lives you've lived, and then determine, or not even determine, but see that also in this life, you have a lot to uncover. You know, you have a lot to heal from. There's a lot of traumas that we carry around that we don't need to. We don't need to keep carrying this stuff around. So getting your bars run is a start to releasing those beliefs, those considerations, those emotions, those feelings, those ways of being that we just don't want to be anymore. So that's a really great place to start. And also, you know, science tells us that the shape of your cells actually becomes more elliptical when they are functioning from, when they are influenced by thoughts, feelings, and emotions, which is the first step to dis-ease. You know, if you ever look at disease, you think it's a disease. No, it's a dis-ease. It's causing us pain. It's uncomfortable. It's uneasy. That's why it's dis-ease, right? So when you get your bars run, it unlocks this and it impacts the cells, allowing the cells to return to their more spherical shape, facilitating more ease in the body. Right? So I got my bars run the other day, on Friday, and oh my God, it was amazing because I hadn't had my bars run in a few months. There's me and my friend, we do bars exchanges. We try to do it at least once a month, but with the busyness of the last 2 months with moving, she moved and everything like that, we just haven't got a chance, but we did Friday, and it was so amazing because when you're giving and receiving, you are letting go of all that stuff. And I just remember sitting there as she's running certain points on my head, and I can just feel my body just relaxing in the most receiving way. And just, I mean, I walked out of there feeling great, like feeling like I can take on the world. And that's probably really where I have started to offer these. You know, I don't want to hold these hostage. Like, these are things that everyone can really benefit from. And, you know, if you go and visit Access Consciousness, this is where it originally started. And so they have tons of things. You can become a practitioner, you can become a facilitator of bars, of access bars, and there's so much other things that you need to know. There's definitely a clearing statement that Access Bars uses. So I know that I use it a lot. If you ask specific questions, you know, you're always having to question things like, I wonder how much I could change, you know, I wonder how happy can I be? You know, these are the type of questions that you ask when working with Access Bars and working with Access Consciousness. And the clearing statement, let me just read this to you because this is something that you want to write down. And I have it in my car. So, you know, a lot of times I was in my car, and that's where a lot of the times I am, you know, thinking of a lot of things that I can't necessarily write down, but I can read that clearing statement or memorize it. You know, I have it memorized, and I can just feel that stuff releasing from me. So this clearing statement actually is like the delete button. If you're willing to uncreate it and let it go, then you can delete that. You can delete the issue. You can delete the thought. You can delete those emotions and those feelings. So everything that doesn't allow it to be total ease for you to know where the bars are and to be able to perceive their energy simultaneously or instantaneously without even having to learn it, but tapping into your knowing that's greater than you thought it was, you will destroy and unclear it all. Do you do that? Do you accept that? And you say yes. And then the clearing statement goes, right and wrong, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9, shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Saying that clearing statement will clear out whatever it is that coming up for you that you want to let go of or get rid of. And running those bars is something that can help you start eliminating once and for all the beliefs, the thought processes, the emotions, the traumas, the everything that no longer serves us. If you're willing to uncreate and destroy that, you say the clearing statement. And so, like I said, you Access Consciousness. You can learn more about them there. I'm just offering to give the sessions to run your bars, and as you're getting your bars running more and more, a lot more things will start letting go for you and be opening you up to more perceiving, receiving, and giving, and knowing, and trusting, and just being you, being your authentic self, being you, just be. So that concludes what multidimensional body scans are, what Akashic records are, what access bars are. And if that is something that interests you and you would like to book a session with me, I do have some promotional pricing going on. You could go to my website at quindonovan.com, check out the multidimensional special. For the first 7 people who book a session with me, they will receive $30 off. That's across the board for the multidimensional scans and the Akashic records. And I don't have the access bars listed on my website yet, but if that is something you are interested in, let's talk. You can message me through Messenger on Facebook. You can email me. If you message me and want my number, we could do that. So there's definitely many ways to get a hold of me if that is something that you're interested in. So I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope to be able to be the most optimal, receptive, open, and clear channel for you to receive the messages that are optimal for you. It would be a pleasure of mine to help you in that sense, and that is really the direction that I am going. That is something that I'm really passionate about, and really running my bars on Friday has opened me up more to making these offers and putting this out there, because we need to heal, people. We need to love ourselves more. We need to heal ourselves more, because as we heal ourselves and as we love ourselves, others are giving themselves and seeing that they have the permission to do that as well. So it starts with you, it starts with me, and it starts with all of us to create a more peaceful, healing world, because we are in trauma right now. We are in survival mode. We are in a really great time to really move out of the 3D thinking and into 5D. It's already happening, but the more that you're aware of it and the more that you put more effort into loving you and learning about you and getting in touch with that energetic spiritual side of yourself, the more that you will be able to open up to bigger and greater possibilities for yourself and for others, and the impact that you can make on the world. And so I just encourage you to get one of these services, get them all, whatever it takes for you, because I want you to open up. I want you to live your true authentic life and end the contracts from past lives, to learn the lessons that you need to learn, so in this lifetime you can really fulfill your mission, because you came here for a mission. You may not know it yet, but you did. But the more that you open up to it and receive it and believe in it and trust it, the more that it opens up for you and rewards you with the blessings and the miracles and the beautiful life that you so desire to live. I know every day I am just so grateful. I am grateful for this life. I am grateful for myself. I'm grateful for this body. I'm grateful that I get to have access to my own Akashic records to know what's going on, or who I can be, or the skills that I have that I've been limiting myself because of the beliefs that I've been holding and carrying. So running my bars is helping to eliminate that. Getting body scans, I'm scanning my body all the time, every day, cleansing it, to have it at its most optimal running at its most optimal rate and state. And so I just wish that for you. I would love to see that for you. And I just know that you'll benefit from it no matter what. No matter what, you will receive if you allow yourself and give yourself permission to receive what is most optimal for you. And I would just love to be someone who helps you in that healing journey that you're on, and can give you some of that guidance and give you some of that healing light and love that you need and desire. So like I said, check out my website. If you have questions, get in touch with me. We can definitely decide, determine if which one of these services would work best for you to start with, especially if you're someone who's new to opening up and awakening. Even if you're not and you've been doing this a long time and you're still curious and want to give it a try, let's talk, let's connect. I'd love to assist and serve you in any way possible. So thank you so much for watching the video. Please make any comments that you have, and I just look forward to seeing you in a session. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.